Hello, it's Miss Emma. This is a message for parents of preschoolers who want to get started with monster mapping. You can just start off with the basic monster mapping pack. You need to make sure you also have an extra set of monster cards. Now you can get the whole mini Code Cracker program and be part of the dream team. But you can just get started with the monster pack. Your children can do just what the big children do in prep, in an SSP prep classroom where the focus is on fun, learning to read, write and spell, and to love it. So your children can do just what the children will do at school. They'll be fully prepared. Now these are called the visual prompts. These are from the green code level, which means they're made up of s, at, p, I, n. Like the word pan.
Pan. P, a, n, pan. P, a, n, pan. P, a, n, pan. P, a, n, pan. P, a, pan. P, a, n, pan. P, a, n, pan.
So that's the monster routine, and it's really important that they get the routine down pat with no help from you at all. So they choose a picture, they choose one of the visual prompts, decide which one they're going to use. Then they duckhand the word from left to right and sweep to blend. Now look at the 1, 2, 3. I know it looks like there's more than 3 numbers, it's just because he's rubbed a bit of the lines out. But it's 1, 2, 3. He's doing words that have got 3 speech sounds and is actually going to do the speech sounds over the top of the lines and then blend them.
Sit.
Sit.
Ant.
Ant.
Nap.
Nap.
Oh, one more. I'm going to trick you this time.
No.
Pin.
P, pin.
Oh, I got the trickiest one. Are you ready?
You don't.
Pen.
P, pen.
This is how I explain it to the children, how I explain duckhands. So you use your duckhands from left to right. So if you're going to duckhand the word chip, you'd go ch, I, p, chip. So you're going to use your duckhands from this side, from the left-hand side. So you're making your hand into a duck's beak. And you're just going to start from this side out in front of you. And you're going to move your duckhand every time it's a new speech sound. And that's just when your mouth changes or when you feel your tongue move. So I want you to really think about what your mouth does and listen for the sounds. But at the same time, your duckhands are going to duckhand the word according to the speech sounds. So if it's a word like sip, one of our visual prompts, you'll go s, I, p, sick. If it's a word like happy, a, p, I, happy. If it's a word like cheese, how many duckhands? Ch, ease, cheese. Ch, ease, cheese. Always remember to blend the word after you've done the speech sounds. So think about, when does my mouth move? Ch, that's the first one. Ch. What's the next one? E. What's the next one? Z. So it would be ch, ease, cheese.
You must go from left to right. The visual prompt for the word pin. P-I-N, pin. 3 speech sounds. You use your duck cans whether you're 5 or 50. You've got to use your duck cans to check the sounds you've heard. Then just lines and number them when spelling any word.
So what we're going to do is make it really, really simple. So we're going to first, you could close your eyes and use your duck hands. So I'm going to close my eyes and think of like I might be reading a story. So I might want to code map the word story. So what I'll do is I'll go story. Story. How many times did we change our mouths? How many times did our tongue move? Or the speech sounds actually changed? It changed when I went story. So actually, if I was to do a line for every speech sound, I would go that's 1, t, that's 2, or, that's 3, that's 4, e, that's 5, s, t, or, e, story.
Let's look at the monsters. I love the monsters because they help us remember the speech sound. A speech sound is something you can hear and not see, whereas the monsters say the speech sounds, so it kind of links it all together. So this is monster S, monster T, O, E. Put them together, st, or e, story. I call it monster mapping. And we also have monster moves. Let's look at those monsters.
This monster says this monster says this monster says oh. This monster says This monster says E.
Put them together, you've got story.
Duck hands? S, t, o, e. Story. So that's really, really simple. Then you look at the word and you can see how the word was code mapped. So in this particular word, it was code mapped like this.
It's like we can play a word like a speech sound piano. S, t, o, e. Story. So we know where each speech sound is going to sit if we play it like a speech sound piano. This gives us order. It makes it very organised for our brains. So if I say to you, where does the t speech sound sit? Where would monster t sit? You could play it. You can either close your eyes and play it, or you can look at it. You can physically look at it. Where's the t speech sound? S, t, or e. It's going to go on number 2, isn't it? All of this helps us with our code mapping. It helps us hear those speech sounds, work out which speech sound line it would sit on, and work out which letter or letters are going to be used to represent that speech sound. That's why I call them speech sound pics. They're just going to be pictures of speech sounds. Like in the word story, s, t, or, e. All the pictures for the word story. So, st, or, e, story. Look at the word code mapped, they're not. Code mapped, they're not. To help your reading and spelling, you need to be able to look at words and understand how the letters map with your speech sounds. And that's what we're going to be doing with SSP, with your teacher. You might already recognise a lot of whole words, but that doesn't help your brain to learn as much as it possibly can about how we talk on paper, how all of those 46 or so speech sounds we use are translated onto paper. As long as you know the speech sound the monsters like to say, you can start building words, and you can also actually read monster messages. Like this one. Pat has lots of ants in his pants. Pat has lots of ants in his pants. Okay, so back to the monster routine. So the child or you has said the green code level word. Sat, pat, tan, pin, tin, ants, gnat. There's so many words that you can create using the speech sounds s, at, p, I, n. Even though you know that the letters that we're going to use are S-A-T-P-I-N, you don't need to worry about letter names at the moment. But we've picked a picture. Then we do our duck hands left to right to sweep. And then we're going to do lines and numbers. We say the sounds as we're drawing the lines, and we say the sounds as we're drawing the numbers. At first, because the children in preschool are not going to be able to draw the numbers while saying the sounds, not at first anyway, you can draw the numbers while they say the sounds, or you draw the numbers and you say the sounds, or give them ready-made numbers, or just let them draw the numbers with some help, and then afterwards say the speech sounds over the top of the numbers. It all depends on the stage your child's at. I also have number formation videos, remember.
Alright, what's this a visual prompt of?
Spin.
Show me your duck hands.
Spin.
Lovely. Okay. Can you show me your lines and numbers? Down here. Good. What's next? Spin we're doing.
Oh. Pop.
How many more do we need? What's next?
It will be bigger.
Ear. Okay, can you put some numbers underneath?
1
Mm-hmm.
goes down.
Good job. Do you want to have a go at 2? Would you like some help? Do number 3. Half a snowman. Can you do number 4?
Down.
Across.
Cross. Up. And down.
Good work. Okay, pass me your pen. Can you play your duck hands on the lines for me?
Spin.
Nice.
Now, did you notice that he's already organised the monsters as monster, s, a, t, p, I, n. The monsters are always in that order, and even when they move the monsters down onto the lines for the words, when they move them back in the right order.
Can you choose the right monsters? Where do they need to go?
goes there.
Yes.
E, 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 E. Goes there, da, 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 da. Goes there, da, 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 da.
Okay, can you play it?
Spin.
Okay, let's shift these guys up here. Oh, let's fix him up. Do you think that you can find...
Now he's going to put the sound pics, the pictures of those speech sounds onto the lines. Now Mummy's got them down left hand side. They're in the right order. S, at, p, itten. It's actually probably easier to have them up above. S, at, p, itten. But this is just what he does and this works for him and that's absolutely fine. It's actually how he likes them. He likes them there.
Yeah, but where do you want me to put them?
On the arm.
Alright, hold on. Alright, what's the first one? What's the first sound pick? What needs to go on line number 1? Alright, put it on. What goes on number 2? Good job. What goes on number 3?
E? Oh no, this is E.
Wow, they're all going flying. And what goes on number 4?
I do. I'm going to banana.
Okay, play your word nice and loud for me with your duck hands.
Spin.
Okay. Do you think you can write them for me? Let's fix this little line up. Okay.
Itchy.
You need your back. There you go. Hold your pen nicely.
Now if you do get the full kit and the Dream Team membership, it means you also get your letter formation, resources and everything else.
Good job. Start at number 1. What sound pick goes on line number 1? Okay, draw him on. Look at the picture if you need some help to know which way he goes. Slither down the snake. Great job. What goes on the next one?
Right down. Up his head. It goes down. Middle for his head.
Yeah. And what's the last one?
Goes down, up, and
Okay, can you play your word for me?
spin.
Good job.
When they're ready, also write the word 5 times.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6.
Look at that! We even got a bonus word, a bonus pan.
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we got the rabbit out.
So the focus at first are the monsters. Monster s, a, t, p, I, and n. Monsters s, a, t, p, I, and n. And you can build these words: sip, ant, tap, pan, pin, nap, and a lot more. We call these our green code level words, just using these 6 monsters. So practice the monster routine with just these 6 monsters and sound pics.
Okay, can you choose a picture? Okay, what is that picture of?
Pat. Santa pat Nin on his head. Pat. Pat.
Pat. Can you duck hand pat for me? Good job. Can you do lines and numbers? And your numbers? Alright, now choose your monsters to go on top. Did you check that your monsters are right? Yeah, check your sounds.
What about sip? S-ip, sip.
We're going to duck hand the word sip. Can you get your duck out for me, please? Right, show me. Alright, can you do your lines and numbers now? Say that. What do we do while we write the lines? And now your numbers. Good girl. Oh, and putting the lid on. Oh, super smart. Okay, now let's have a look. Let's play it again. Let's do it together. Now I heard a different sound there, so can we do it again to make sure we've got it? Good girl. Can you now make it with your monsters? Make your monster choices. Make your sound choices. Oh, good, I can hear you. I like that. Okay, duck it and check it.
Sip, sip. Now when you feel confident, we think about the pictures of those speech sounds for those words. The speech sounds at the moment are just floating in the air when we talk. Let's take pictures of them and put them down on paper so we can read and write these words using the letters. So in the green code level, this is what those pictures look like for S, A, T, P, I, and N. We can build the words and we can learn to write them. We learn to write S, at, P, I, N. So watch the monster routine. Miss Emma sits.
Who we're doing is sits. Sit. Miss Emma sits. 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 Here's the picture for s. E. Hey, don't snake on me. Snake. It has one it sits. Okay, what's the slip it down the snake. Yeah. Down the insect's body and a dot for his head. Down the tower, across the tower. Your turn, little monster. There you go. Slip it down the snake. It sits. Now we're going to rub it off. Where is it? Here it is. Now we're going to write it 5 times. It sits. It sits. It sits. It sits. It sits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 sits. Sits. Bye.
Start monster mapping early.
And even toddlers can read and spell sentences using the monsters. They just learn the speech sound that each one says.
Good boy. There he is.
There he is.
Yay!
What is it, a fun one?
Monster Monster T. Monster P. Monster I. Monster N. Monster Monster D. Here's Kai, Kai, looking at the monsters and saying the speech sound. He's learning to speak alongside learning to code.
Use all the cards.
I. La. Tin. Yeah.
Good boy.
Hello. Hello. You don't have to put the sound pics there. You can just use the monsters. But you can send them monster messages. Where there's a space, it's a new word. I, or of, love, you. They can read the sentence even before we've introduced the pictures of the speech sounds. I love you. You could show them the speech sound pics too. I love you. With the pictures would look like this. I of you. Every word in English can be written using the SSP monsters. All that we do when we go to real reading is use the right speech sound pics. The right picture for or or v, like in the word or of love. Make it natural and meaningful. Go out for a walk. What can you see? We can see the grass, and the rocks. Oh, what's this sign? The monsters would say, stop, and we would follow the speech sounds and say, stop.
Go to miss-emma.com and look for free videos. For example, when I go out for my walks, we might see the goats one day. Who knows? It's important that they use the monsters and look at the sound pics for words that are outside of the code level, and they're starting off on the green code level with just those 6 monsters. But using the videos that I create, it means that they see the other ones, and it brings it all together and they enjoy it. And it was very windy.
Uh-oh.
Goats. We went and hid behind the fence. Fence. Oh, Daisy's getting very excited. Excited.
Stay.
Oh, he's stopping to have a little look. He's a curious one, isn't he?
Stay. Who decides which speech sound pics are used? The speech sound king, of course. He recorded them all in his code mapping book. It's called the dictionary. Dictionary. Learn to read and spell with Miss Emma, that's me, and the speech sound family in Cloudland. Whee!
I think the monster's the best.
The monsters are the best. What do you like about them?
Well, the dance.
The dance. Very cool.
Monsters because they're funny,
So you like the monsters because they're funny?
and it will make the kindergartens laugh and want to do it a lot more.
Made you guys laugh. Do you think
Miss
it'll be fun?
Yeah, I think they'll like it, and I think they'll be addicted to Miss Emma.
Really? Okay.
If you're in the Dream Team, you actually get lots of resources, but please make sure you download the free SSP Spelling Piano app. That's just for iPads, I'm afraid. But I've now released the SSP Monster Mapping app. It's $20, used for any device, and hopefully your children will love it. They move through the code levels at their own pace. Now when the screen goes black, don't forget to use your duck cans. Don't forget to use your duck cans. So what I'll do is say the word. So you'll use your duck cans whilst I give you the sounds, and then we say the word again together. Here we go. Ant. Get your duck cans ready. Ant. 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 What's the next one? Stan. 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 Sit. 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 Tan. Tan. Spin. 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 Pan. 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 Sip. 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 Nap. 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 Pin. 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 Pants. 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 Tap. 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 Now you do it on your own. Don't forget your duck cans. If I say the speech sounds, can you say the word and point to the right one? Did you point to pan? Pan. What about Did you point to tan? Oh, that turtle looks like he's going to get a bit wet as well, because there's water dripping from the tap. Now you have a go. Your teacher will point to one of the pictures. You say the sound, use your duck cans and say the word. Have fun!